Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? All right, man, look, I know the price is down, Terra imploded, and, you know, some people legitimately are getting suicidal. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that, okay? Listen, the entire world and all markets are in a financial, you know, how can I put it? Let's just say a slowdown, okay? And that's okay. That's all right. This actually, if you make money in the next 2-3 months, maybe like $100, if you have an extra $100, you get to buy in at a cheap price. You know what I mean? But you know, the problem is, if you're feeling like that, the problem is you're only looking at price. Okay, you're not looking at the potential use cases of the assets that you're buying. Now look, if you buy stock, yeah, you own a piece of a company, great, could be a great company, that's fantastic, man. You own a company, you're an owner, I'm an owner of this, you know, as people like to say. But you know, you're not really an owner, you know, they owe you money basically, and as the price goes up and down, you know, that's how much money they owe you. You gave them money and then they owe you that money, you know, whenever you want to cash it out. So, you know, do you own the company? Like, you know, I don't know. I'm not here to get into semantics. However, when you invest in cryptocurrency, you are investing in a new technology whose adoption is directly correlated with the value of that currency. Not only that, but you have use case scenarios for that currency. You own Bitcoin. You can transact throughout the world globally in an instantaneous way for very cheap across borders, and you know, and resistant to censorship or regulation, right? In a way where your money is preserved in the most secure database to have ever existed. You buy Ethereum, you know, you're using a token that can be used for smart contracts or NFTs, gaming, or the declaration of identity, land ownership, trusts, you know, you name it, right? Like you have a way of logging your identification for access onto an immutable ledger that can be shared throughout the world via the internet. Okay, it's great, man. And you know, there's other coins that do other stuff, and that's what is really the you know, the, what do you call it, the opportunity cost, not the opportunity cost, but the proposition, the value proposition for investing in cryptocurrencies. Okay, I know it's down right now, right? I mean, but for me, like, if you look at it from my perspective, like, down is a relative term. You know, I've seen, for the majority of the time I've been in crypto, it's been a single-digit thousand number, right? Under 10,000 for the vast majority, like over 80% of the time, it's been under 10K. So to sit it at 30K for me, you know, it's like down, like that's relative. Now, for many of you, it may be down. However, let's look at, you know, a lot of people will look at the price and say, oh, it's dead, right? And that's a very immature, you know, intellectually bankrupt way to look at if something is dead or not, to look at just the price, right? Many people, because of the price fluctuation, at the bottom of the price fluctuation, they say and announce to the world, Bitcoin's dead, crypto's dead, you guys, it's dead, it's over, it's never gonna be anything anymore, just forget about it. But what do they do when it's up, right? Like, if that's what your perspective when it's, if that's your perspective when it's down, when it's up, what do? You know, is it, oh, it's alive, you know, like Frankenstein or something like that? No, see, like, it's a very immature and intellectually immature, you know, perspective towards investments. You know, price is a good indicator of some data, but you know, you need to look at the big pieces of data, which is utility and adoption. Okay. And those two things can indicate longevity, right? Now let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been on the legislative floor of more nations than ever before. And just a few days ago, El Salvador hosted a summit involving 44 countries, some central banks from those countries, some heads of state, some legislators from those countries, but hosted a summit teaching, training, and answering questions of those people I just described on digital economies, Bitcoin, introducing Bitcoin to their economy, the adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender, how to go about it, what are its ramifications, what are the potential effects. And 44 countries met with El Salvador. Now let me give you some context here, Brett. Look, man, just a little while ago, just a few hours ago, just a short time ago, El Salvador was not even part of any conversation financially on a global stage. Not even close. Dude, 1/3 of the entire country's population didn't have a bank account. Couldn't do online banking. Could not buy on Amazon, my friend. Could not buy on Amazon. Did not have a bank account. Did not have a way to store money that they made. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 did not have a bank account. Sorry, I think I said that wrong. 2/3 did not have a bank account. A country of like 6 or 7 million people, only 2 million people had a bank account, right? So Nayib Bukele, he's looking at this. He's like, hey, you know, this Bitcoin thing, man, this seems kind of interesting. And he looks at it and he studies it, and he sees that this is an encapsulated payment network, of which you cannot defraud this payment network, and you cannot confiscate or garnish those funds, and it is traded and transacted on a global scale everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? He said, wait a minute, you mean I don't have to have my people using the dirty, ugly, nasty, filthy, boo-boo, poo-poo US dollars? Because that used to be the official currency of El Salvador, was the US dollar, right? He said, wait a minute, you mean the US government can print the US dollar into oblivion, but I don't have to be attached to it, my people don't have to be attached to that, and they can still do online commerce, you know what I mean, global trade. They can actually have a bank account through having a Bitcoin wallet. What? And he said, all right, yo, man, enough of this. Legalize the Bitcoin. That's what he did. Legalized it, made it legal tender, gave everybody a wallet. You know what I mean? So what happened? Starbucks, Pizza Hut, Walmart, all the major corporations that you frequent here in the United States or wherever you're at are also present in El Salvador. And if they wanted to continue doing business, which they did, they would have to learn how to accept Bitcoin transactions. Woo! And so they did. So you go buy at Pizza Hut and you have there's a QR code, you scan it, bop, you send a payment, bop, it registers, boom. You know what I mean? You get your pizza. Same for Starbucks, same for Walmart. You got to think, man. If they could do that in El Salvador for El Salvadorans, they could do that here in America. And one day they probably will. So anyway, so that happened. And then, you know, look, the central bank, when there was only 2 million people who had a bank account out of 6 million people, the central bank, nowhere to be found. IMF, nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? They was like, you know, whatever. You guys do your own thing. We don't care if you guys don't have bank accounts. The second that he opened it up for Bitcoin wallets, legalized Bitcoin, had everybody get a Bitcoin wallet, in 30 days he surpassed with Bitcoin wallets the amount of people who have bank accounts in his country. More than 2 million people signed up to have a Bitcoin wallet. And that was in 30 days, 1 month. One rent cycle, my friend. And what did the IMF do? They said, all right, Najib, what you think you're doing, bro? Huh? You know whose block this is? You can't be accepting no Bitcoin out here. You can't be giving Bitcoin to your citizens. And he said, man, he's gangster with it, man. He put out a tweet. He said, El Salvador is not your colony, America. He said El Salvador is a sovereign nation, and we can do as we please within our borders. Period, point blank, bruh. Back up. Back up. I got something for y'all. Y'all don't get up out of my face. That's what he said, man. He's gangster with it. You know what I mean? So, he did that. All right. Bro, now they're building hospitals, built like a veterinary hospital, built a couple hospitals for their people. It's like brand new, state of the art, using Bitcoin. They're going to issue volcano bonds using the geothermal energy from volcanoes to create renewable energy and use that to mine Bitcoin, thus creating a profit for their country by creating, Bitcoin that they didn't have to trade dollars for. And then, what else? And then they're issuing bonds, right? So now you can buy those volcano bonds, and by purchasing those volcano bonds, you can participate in that same system, okay? Where that mining system, you can participate in that and reap the rewards of the interest rate of your investment on that geothermal Bitcoin mining operation in El Salvador. Bruh. So, after that, okay, 44 other nations who are tired, bruh. Nations are tired, bro. Nations don't want the dollar. I'm in America, born and raised in America. I don't want the dollar, bro. I don't want the dollar? What am I gonna do with that? People don't even want cash, bro. People don't even want cash. So people don't want cash, people don't want the dollar. People don't want cash so bad that they hate holding cash. You know what I mean? Because what are you gonna do with cash? What can you buy with cash? I gotta like physically be somewhere to buy stuff, and then I gotta carry around little pieces of metal, little flat pieces of metal jingling around in my pocket, bro. I don't want that. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. That's disgusting. Everybody's touching it. Strippers got it in their booties, bro. I don't want that. Ew. Just make it digital. It's already digital, but then with digital comes this weak, terrible, digital banking system in America and Europe. And why is it weak? Well, first of all, it's so hard for me to just send money from one person's bank and bank account to another different bank and bank account of your friend. Me and my wife bank in different banks. If I want to send her money to her bank, bro, it sucks. It's terrible. So Cash App exists. Why should Cash App exist? You telling me the banks can't talk to each other? They need a Cash App to exist, or a PayPal or something, or Venmo? Come on, bro. That sounds crazy. They're using literally technology from the 1970s. It's a system called SWIFT. A part of the settlement on that system relies on the printing of paper. Still, ugh, it's nasty. It's disgusting. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Who wants that? Not me. Hope you don't. You know what I mean? So you have digital money that everybody's using, but it's so archaic and primitive, and it's not new technology. It's whack, and it takes a long time to settle up. It's trash, actually. Who wants that? You know what I mean? And then you get hacked. The credit bureaus get hacked all the time. The credit bureaus. Your banks get hacked all the time. It's what the hackers call a honeypot, which means that all the info travels and gets stored into this one place. It's a honeypot. And so they just spend their time just attacking the honeypot and getting a big payoff. You know what I mean? Why try to hack individually? Why try to hack me individually? They don't really try to do that anymore. They just hack the bank itself. The bank has all the info there. Just hack the bank because it's so easy, because it's centralized. Bitcoin is decentralized. The information is spread out everywhere. Anybody can have all of the information, and therefore none of it is a threat. And that's why you can't hack it. That's why you can't control it. You can't get in there and you can't do it. You know what I mean? So, think about it, man. Who wants the dollar? And the dollar is the best, by far the best fiat currency that exists today in the world. Why would we want that? You know what I mean? I know some of you out there, you're like, well, Teddy, I got an answer for you. And it's a 4-letter word. G-O-L-D, gold. Gold is old. Old is golden. Olden and golden. And blah, blah, blah. I love gold. And all that stuff, right? I feel it, bro. Shoot, man. You ain't saying nothing new. Talking about a 5,000-year-old rock. It's probably trillions of years old, but I'm just saying, 5,000, 6,000 years, it became valuable. Why? Why is it valuable? You mean to tell me? You mean to explain to me? Explain to me this, okay? You're telling me. I don't have a physical picture album, right? I don't even have physical books. I don't have physical music. But you're telling me I'm gonna carry around pieces of rock? Pieces of rocks? You know what I mean? I'm gonna carry around pieces of rocks? Really? That's what we're gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna shave off some and weigh it every time I gotta pay. I go to 7-Eleven. Yeah, hold on, let me shave off some of this rock here. That's like drug dealing, bro. Let me shave off some of this. You know what I mean? Let me chop it off the block. Put it on the scale. You know what I mean? Go ahead, test it. Yeah, it's good. That's what we're gonna do? Come on, man. Come on, bro. I highly doubt it. Let's say the internet goes away. Because in order to shut down Bitcoin, you have to shut down the internet permanently. It can never come back online, or the entire system comes back online. You're telling me that if the internet goes down, look, if the internet goes down within 3 days, there's not enough food for most metropolitan areas. Within 5 days, all metropolitan areas, not enough food. Within 5 days, we also lose clean drinking water within the metropolitan areas. You're telling me, when there's no food and water, people are going to be worrying about rocks, shaving off some rocks to buy food and water? People are going to trade food and water for rocks? Remember, the markets can only exist when there is a government providing stability and security. Without those things, markets like the gold market, the Bitcoin market, cash market, do not exist. The next things that become valuable are food, water, weapons, you know what I mean? Power and labor. You know what I'm saying? Those things become valuable. So, if the internet goes down, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, at least I got my rocks. You feel me? I'm gonna be pushing this rock out here. You feel me? I'm gonna be pushing this rock. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna get all the food and water with this rock. You can't wear the rock. You can't eat the rock. You can't live under the rock. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Let's be reasonable here. So look, I say all of that to say, the price is down, but utility is up, value is up. JP Morgan Chase announced, they say fair value, today's price of Bitcoin, the fair value of Bitcoin should be 38K. Right now it's at 30K. That's like what, like a 25% discount? You feel me? Yeah, I hope, I don't know, man. If you're not following me, if you're not getting it by now, I don't know what to tell you. Another thing is, like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about how Bitcoin is not secure, bro. Like, stop. It's the most secure database that has ever existed. There's never been a more secure base of data that we know of that has ever existed. There is no central point of attack. You can't attack any part of it. You can't do it. You know what I mean? You can't confiscate it. You can't force the blockchain to revert back. Yeah, countries have tried. They spent much money doing that. They were not able to do it, bro. Excuse me. Look, man. You like you guys out there, you have to admit when you just don't know. You just don't know what you're talking about. And you're operating from a place of fear and ignorance. And is that how you want to make Investment decisions, man? Is that how you want to make investment decisions? I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, man, that's my 2 cents, bro. Like, you know, I hope this is a video that reassures you that you're in the right place. You have an opportunity to buy at a discount, and things can potentially work themselves out soon, hopefully. But if not, at some point, you will find yourself at the forefront of the adoption curve as the rest of the countries, their legislators, their banking institutions, and their populations make their way through fear and ignorance into knowledge and understanding to make the best decision about preserving their wealth, securing their wealth, and transacting with each other in a fair and equitable and secure, peaceful manner. All right? That's my 2 cents. I love you. I hope everything goes well. I hope everything works out for you. I hope this video finds you in the best of health and spirits. Glory be to God. Love you. Be safe. Peace.